Herkese iyi akşamlar. Welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners, and we are attacking Albania. So we're going to call in Bohemia. Trebizond joins us anyway. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, sorry. Need to press play, don't we? So you see, yeah, not safe to go into the water. Thankfully, all my ships are grounded. A little concerned that we've apparently got an Ottoman peasant rebellion coming. I suppose at least having our forts active won't hurt for that. And I suppose in some ways having rebellions coming is something we're just going to have to get used to. What with all the conquering we're doing. So yeah, brilliant. Corfu are already attacking. This is actually where I really like to have vassals, because they will often take places like Corfu where I don't dare send my army. Because these little X's here, this is like a sort of area you can cross, but it goes across water, so if there's a boat on it, an enemy boat, you can't cross. And in theory, even if I manage to get an army onto it, I may then be faced with being unable to get my army off it. I could get stranded. Right, excellent. We finally got our first administrative idea, slightly less than 400. Which is interesting. Nice. Okay, so this one allows us to get mercenaries cheaper, which could be useful. But really it's all about this core creation cost. Still, at least we're part way to it. Maybe if we're really lucky we'll get there by the time the war's over. I kind of doubt it, but we might be close enough that it's worth getting it before we core any of these provinces. That is of course assuming we actually win, which is the other thing. Making progress on Albania, but I don't think Venice has really appeared just yet. Now there's the Albanian army with a 3-star general, thank you very much, highly fair. Maybe they started with him, who knows. I do actually have a bunch of diplomats sat around doing absolutely nothing, which is a bit of a concern. Oh, excellent. There's Venice. And there's Bohemia attacking them. It's definitely more what we want. Cyprus. Oh no, that is interesting. I'm just going to offer them military access. Just to make them a little more inclined towards us. We are actually getting quite close to being able to vassalise them. So it probably is worth having the highest opinion that we can get from them. There's this Naxos. So Venice is kind of in the war, just not actually doing that much. Bohemia is definitely pulling the weight there, which is good. I'm not entirely sure how many of these provinces I have claims on, but realistically the only ones I'm going to want are the ones nearby anyway. I wonder if I can wipe this army out while it still has low morale. Oh, that's good. I was just going to say it doesn't look like this castle's going to fall anytime soon, but we appear to be making some kind of progress. Which is good. Oh, brilliant. We actually are going to be able to wipe them out. It's a little mean. But I don't really want them coming back to bite us later. Just speed things up a little. Whoa. Oh, the Hagia Sophia. Definitely repair it and transform it. I mean, come on. Yes, definitely. Great. So maybe the Ulema like us better, but more to the point, we've got an additional 20 prestige, which is good. Might even make things like vassalising people easier. Although apparently not. Never mind. Let's improve their relations too. Ramazan? Oh, yes, of course. They're my vassal. Brilliant. Hope we don't go too close to that army though, or they'll get stomped, I imagine. So we will have this on the 22nd of March, and we can start making more progress inland towards Venice. A little concerned about their extra little armies they have knocking around here. Oh, I don't really seem to be making any effort to attack, so maybe I shouldn't be. I've still got this one relatively close, so I can always use that to attack if necessary. It's like Bohemia's making a lot of progress. Grief. So depending how things go, if I'm feeling generous, I could even get them to release Ragusa and Bosnia. Although this is mostly about obtaining land ourselves, so it's probably only if we can't easily do that will I really be concerned about that. Okay, do as much improvement as we can. We've almost got Albania down completely, apart from that army that they have happily hanging around on Corfu where we can't get at them. Can't really get Naxos either. We could forget trying to get to Crete. So normally we wouldn't be able to take these lands without taking the fort down first, but I'm pretty sure as it's currently being sieged by Bohemia, thank you Bohemia, we can actually take these lands and then go join in the siege. Thankfully it doesn't look like Venice has managed to make it to attack me. So yeah, Bohemia's doing extremely well. So hopefully we'll be there to help them before you know it. I'm just wondering if I should keep this army back in case these guys do try to attack my homeland while I'm gone. It doesn't look like there's any danger of them attacking Bohemia either, so I can't see any reason why Bohemia would give up on this war. Having said that, they're happily wandering away now, so maybe I'm wrong. Oh, they are heading for Bohemia. Right, fair enough. Maybe I will need both of my armies to go and help them. I can probably take over this siege any second as well. Hopefully, 10th of October. Brilliant. So if they need to, their army can go and help with Bohemia. Okay, brilliant. Right, so we'll take a risk and I will head over to Trebizond, which is the only, well, I mean, Venice can go from anywhere to anywhere because they have naval superiority. It's the only natural point between actual Venezia and the rest of the world. But yes, that is a bit of a concern. Hoping Bohemia might actually head up themselves to take them on. It looks like they are doing, actually. So maybe they can manage without any help? Maybe? It'd be nice not to send all my armies up. Right, we've obviously reached the 20-year limit from the start of the game. So we can redo these administrative and diplomacy point things in the estates, which has given us a way to get more technology, which is brilliant, and hopefully takes us closer to that administrative idea that we really want. Moldavia can try to claim anything they want, doesn't mean they can have it. I see, Naxos has emerged. There's not much we can do about it. Now, Bohemia, are you actually planning to attack? They are. They have a worse general, but they do have the castle. And it looks like Venice has bottled it and is leaving. So hopefully that means, yeah, looks good. Looks like Bohemia's winning, which is brilliant. So they can start taking back this land as well, which will improve our overall war score. And I think they're going to be cementing themselves as our best ally. As this is slightly annoying, I wonder if Ramazan can counteract them. Oh, I see, they'd already taken some land. Fair enough, I'm definitely, I think, going to send my army back. But I might as well finish this siege first. It's been going on for 295 days, coming up on a year. As annoying as it is, I might just have to stand back while Naxos takes some land. The other thing I could do would be to hire some mercenaries, which I can now do more cheaply. And I could send them to fight Naxos. But I don't think I really need to. Military alliance. I thought they already had a military alliance. Not entirely sure what Ramazan is doing at this stage. Oh, lovely. This is where naval superiority comes in. They can strike wherever they wish. Very upsetting. But never mind, we will take it all back before the end of the war. Just as soon as this castle falls. I'm guessing maybe Ramazan was trying to avoid being attacked. I think maybe they're just trying to play clean-up crew and take back any provinces we've lost, which is fair enough, I suppose. It's better than nothing. Oh, Bohemia's coming to retake Milan. That's very kind of them. I suppose as their cleanups going on, it's not quite as necessary for them to... Now I'm looking for a little padlock, there we go. So that means they're committed, this little padlock here. So they can't avoid moving into that province, which should allow us to attack them. The question is Bohemia now... It looks like... I'll tell you what, I'll come back anyway. I'll retake Durazzo. I think I can manage with just my one army up here. Making progress. We're pretty much definitely not going to be able to go for Venezia because they're always going to have a boat here. A little fleet of their own. They've got other fleets shipping around, which we have no way to counteract. So we're effectively stranded until the war's over. But on the plus side, if we can take everything other than Venezia, it'll give us the best war score we can get. And hopefully... oh! Well, the mighty Albanian army has apparently, slow down time, gone to attack Bohemia directly. Interesting. Okay, now that we've taken this fort, in theory, it should be blocking them as well, so they can siege it, but we should always be able to come back and attack them if they do. So that should put us in a relatively good state. Just hoping Bohemia can manage to take down the Albanian army. Okay, well, nothing too bad. I don't think I'll be able to take any of these provinces either. So the war score isn't going to get too much better. No, didn't think I had a chance really. Just moving back and forth aimlessly. They're moving around. I might actually just send these guys in to take down Brescia. Got those now. Moving across to Verona. Speed things up again. Really hoping Bohemia will head home and take down the Albanians now. Well, you know, defending my homeland isn't something I'm going to complain about. There's Ramazan. Oh, looks like they're going for Brescia. Maybe I shouldn't bother. I may not have the time anyway. I might just move there to try and counteract them. Okay, they've pulled back to Naxos. Let's move over to help Brescia. I say help, I mean probably not necessary. I was wondering if I can mop up some of these armies. Move on to Treviso. Honestly, I'm almost wondering if it may no longer be worth it. Can I separate piece Venice? Give me Durazzo, end overlordship over Naxos. Can't get them to release anybody. Not a problem. Honestly, I think that's probably fine. And possibly I left something in that I shouldn't have done. Who knows? We'll find out. Time is kind of on our side, I hope. Since I'm guessing Bohemia is going to be heading back to their homeland to sort people out, and there's a few wandering armies. Which I might be able to increase my war score a little bit with. We shall see. Where are you? Not entirely sure where Bohemia's gone now. Bizarre. Never mind. I'll give Venice another go. Not until the 30th of January though. Let's go with the suggested setup, see if... has that gone down or gone up? I feel like it was 63 before, maybe it was 53. Right, suggest demands. Cede Durazzo, end overlordship over Naxos. Worth a try. Okay, they've accepted that, so we've now got quite a good one with full annexation. I like the sound of that. Unfortunately they're going to reject it. Of course they're going to reject it. Okay, now this is interesting. Let me just head over here. This little bit here says you have exiled armies. This is because we kind of pieced out with Venice and their army was still on Venice. Generally speaking, it then won't let you do any attacking or anything until you've reached a friendly area, which might include Albania at the moment, but just to be sure I'm going to go to Vidin. I do want to go up and help Bohemia, because it will probably improve our war score. I'd like to take down the Ragasa army, but the problem is if this army here was to go straight to Bohemia, we wouldn't be able to do anything. We couldn't attack or anything, whereas sending this army up, they should be fine. So I'm bringing this army home. Of course, as soon as they hit our land, they'll be able to go back up and help. But it's definitely something to watch out for as this icon, especially after you've just agreed a peace. As it is, I might actually send these guys to Adurna to prepare for this apparent rebellion, that I'm honestly amazed hasn't fired yet, which is actually definitely going to fire in Constantinople. Fair enough. Actually not very keen. See, Durazzo has changed its name now. We call it Ilbasan. Naxos is now a free country, which makes me wonder if we could potentially vassalize them. But apparently they dislike us, which is a shame. I might still try and improve relations with them anyway. If nothing else, they're going to be an absolute pain to attack. And some of this stuff are things that will improve with time. We'll always have a minus 30, but we were at war. There's aggressive expansion, which will go down. Border friction. So we'll always have minus 25. Doesn't sound good, I have to say. Never mind. I'm struggling to find sufficient jobs for my diplomats at the moment anyway. Oh, that's where the Bohemian army is. They're helping my allies, my vassals. Okay, can't complain there then. Fair's fair. They can help me. I will go and help Bohemia. Despite the fact that my army is apparently stopped for no obvious reason. We'll send them in. And, oh, wonderful. We've finally got the core creation administrative idea, adaptability. That's good. Okay, in that case, we can start making some new cores. I'm entirely clear on why I can't make a core. Oh, I see. That's Albania, that's fine, we couldn't afford it now anyway, but hopefully they will cost less now, so as we build up administrative power, we can start coring things with confidence that it's costing at least a little less. Okay, they have left the siege. I'd love to take down their army. But at the same time, we could do with freeing up these Bohemian lands. And additionally, we're probably going to get enough just from things like this. So we probably don't need to worry too much. There's no real need to take everything. It does sound like we might be able to annex them in any case. And actually, it looks like they will annex anyway. They just might give us more money if we can get more land. Oh. We already won that siege anyway. Probably not worth it then. Let's just go for it. Full annexation, pay 70 ducats, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Thank you, Albania. It's giving us considerably more land, although we've still got quite powerful Venice to deal with in the future. But that will be for the future. We've absolutely taken Albania, so we've again got the exiled armies sticker, but this time for this army. We're expecting... Oh, I see. The Albanian army has become Albanian separatists, who for some reason are now attacking Venice. Do Venice have some Albanian lands as well? They possibly do, actually. Maybe this Zeta land is Albanian. Well, that's good. Looks like Venice are dealing with them for me. I've just got to worry about my own peasant uprising. I might... Do I need to mothball my forts? I actually don't. But I think I might do anyway. Not too worried about uprisings right now. Start making cores. Okay, so we're going to have some Marian separatists and some Achaean separatists. So actually I could do with you being close to Greece. That's exactly where they're going to raise up. We've got Anabolu and Balibadra. Right, so you can actually sit in a team quite happily and they will still rise up. We've lost an advisor. Military advisor. Right, so two options, morale of armies and land maintenance modifier. Morale of armies is quite valuable here, so although that would save us money, I think morale of armies is a much better idea. Set up another core being made. That's good. So our next move is probably going to be on Trebizond, who apparently now only have Theodoro. Which is a very tiny province. Okay, change of plan. I guess we're going straight back to war. Wonderful. The Karakoyunlu is still not willing to join in. Oh, they're a little bit in debt. Yeah. Very believable. Worst allies ever. Okay, so Theodoro can't actually attack them yet. I don't think they're going to be attacking me either. And I think I can actually use my navy again, because Theodoro's navy and Trebizond's navy are not that impressive. Won't be at all surprised if I can take them down. Or keep them holed up. Either way. Either way works fine. No problem. I did do a little bit more research, and I think the reason later on you're able to get through lands that you couldn't get through before is because your enemy will often ask for permission. And apparently if your enemy's given permission to go through a land while you're at war, you also get permission to go through the land. I suppose on the grounds that the country hasn't really stayed neutral. So I guess that's what we're waiting for, is for our enemy to be able to go through the land as well. Either way, I don't know whether to stay here or move over to Constantinople. I suppose at least here there are forts in these two areas, whereas Balibadra doesn't have a fort. So it'll hold anyone up. But on the other hand, it's possible Theodoro will come to attack us. Shame we don't have a claim on them. At least I don't think we do. Never mind. We'll see how we go. Interesting. Where's Theodoro going? Not very happy about them heading out into my homeland, particularly. I almost feel like I should go after them. In fact, yeah, let's go after them. But it looks like my allies were coming up to sort them out anyway, but never mind. It's not like we'd started the siege for very long. May as well try to wipe them out a little bit more at least, so then Ramazan can mop up what's left, if indeed there's anything left. And if there isn't, then all the better. There isn't. Right, now we can start sieging. Much rather not have enemy combatants wandering around. So yeah, I guess I didn't have to fight at Koyunlu yet, although I think I'm going to have to next time. To say, I haven't really seen this before. I'm getting kind of boxed in by our allies, which is really going to stop us from easily making progress into the northeast. I'm going to have a think about what we do once we've taken Trebizond. See, Crimea's gone as well. There is an event that can fire regarding Crimea, which can, if you're very lucky as the Ottomans, give you them as a vassal. But in the unlikely event that event does fire, which I don't think it will now, I don't think it'd be worth much anyway. Looks like Lithuania has made short work of them. It's going to be fun. A lot of the time you find that Poland and Lithuania form together to become a Commonwealth, and they become your main concern up in the north as the Ottomans, whereas usually your main concern in the south is the Mamluks. But I've never actually seen Karakoyunlu expand like this. They're really causing us problems. I mean, I could hope that maybe some separatists up here will get the lands back. Do have some Imeritan separatists. I suppose we'll have to see. It's whether they manage to deal with them or whether they manage to actually win separation for the homeland. Who knows? All a problem for another time. But yeah, the only place we seem to be making good progress really is up here with the Europeans, but we'll see. We can always take Akkyonlu first. Maybe Karakoyunlu will finally actually help, you never know. And maybe we can concentrate on going into the Mamluks. I'm just a little concerned about not being able to attack over here. I suppose if we improve our navy, maybe we can just have an empire that's connected by ship, so that we don't have to clash. We shall see. Might see what provinces we get claims on as part of the missions as well. Okay. Right, so we've lost our heir. So game-wise we have a choice between losing stability and losing prestige. Neither is great, I have to say, but I think I would rather lose stability right now because our prestige isn't actually that high. It's not ideal. We'll have to use admin points to get it back up. No, actually, given the loss of admin points that's going to take, which I think will be quite a few, 109 potentially, I think we might be better off using the prestige. And we now have a new heir. Heirs are generally not a problem when you're playing as a Muslim nation. There would have been an additional concern as a Christian nation as to whether we might not have an heir. Okay, got another bad event. Thanks. Smugglers running rampant. So basically our best option here is just to lose money. In any case, it'd be related to money, but we'll just take the money hit, which is fine. Theodoro hasn't moved. So I guess we're just waiting for this siege. Unless Theodoro attacks. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're waiting for rebels. Finish trying to improve relations with Naxos. Archaean separatists. Lost our Royal Mage Karakayunlu. They got to another one. Fair enough. I have no objection with that. Let's go put down this siege. Not siege, sorry. Put down this rebellion. Right. Cause issues with my ships. Honestly, my ships could probably carry on trading at this stage. Brilliant. Alright, let's just make sure that we can... Yes, there's enough of a supply limit here. Supply limit 29. My army is way less than 29. Although we may be able to increase it again soon. Theodoro is still staying put. So I think we can tentatively increase the time again. Building a spy network, I should be doing something like that. I've won the siege of Trebizond, and I still can't attack Theodoro, which is interesting. Oh, but we do have a naval battle happening, so that's something. Concerned by the extent to which my diplomats are sitting idle at the moment. I kind of wonder if there's anyone I could even vassalise up here. Do you think we can vassalise Crimea? They are pretty small now. I can't see us having any chances with Genoa, but right, I'm going to move over here to at least threaten Theodora a bit. They don't want to peace out. I suppose they have no particular reason to. We do have 9 transports, so we might actually be able to attack them. Lost another advisor. Okay, whom do we want? Let's just stick with the low-cost ones for now. Even though improved diplomatic reputation would certainly be nice. I'm just wondering if I might want to use the ships to take some men over. Would that be enough? Given they're on a fort. Or should I just cut my losses and see if I can get Theodora full annexation? No, Trebizond, sorry. Annexation that they're not going to accept, but if I reduce the money a bit, they will. Fair enough. I'm not going to worry about them for now. Let's move next time to Constantinople, because we're expecting a rebellion any year now. We've also got Serbian separatists to worry about now. We've got Marian separatists. Yep, going well. Absolutely going well. Let's call Trebizond, and we're probably going to be recovering for a while again now. They already have an enormous number of claims on Akkoyunlu, and amusingly they don't have any decent allies, so really I'm quite tempted to attack them straight away again. Wonderful. Shervan, I think, is actually just over here. Okay, well, whether we attack them or not, I think that's going to have to wait for next time. I'd really like some of these rebellions to fire. And we've lost yet another advisor. National unrest. Honestly, I think we actually have enough money that I'm tempted to go for the prestige, because we're still struggling with prestige, despite, I believe, being Defender of the Faith. So yearly prestige +1 actually sounds really good, plus it will get our admin points up, which is the main thing we're lacking in. We're way ahead on every other form of technology. So we're probably going to go for technology now and try to get another national idea, which I think comes at tech level 7, as you can see here. I'm also hoping that we will be able to embrace the Renaissance soon. Well, we still have yet to have it in any country. Oh, except for this one. But we haven't called that one yet. But hopefully it will land soon-ish in some country somewhere. Constantinople's probably the best bet. We're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe I shouldn't get my hopes up too much about the Renaissance just yet. But give it time and keep accumulating money and we will eventually be able to embrace it. But yes, I have a feeling we're going to go for Akkyonlu. But that's definitely going to be for next time. But on the whole, not unhappy with how it's going. So, again, supply limit appears to have gone down to 21 now. That's not good. Very annoying. Let's just back off to Bozok. Has a supply level of 23. Truces, which we don't have to worry about. So Akkyonlu, here we come. Barely even finished coring the other promises. We're going to be going for another one. But that's it. I will see you next week for more conquest before we've had a chance to really recover. Okay, see you then.